A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic escalation of tensions surrounding immigration enforcement, President Donald Trump has deployed 2,000 National Guard troops to the streets of Los Angeles. This decision comes in response to a series of protests against federal immigration raids that have swept through the region, leading to widespread unrest and confrontations between demonstrators and law enforcement. The deployment, which began early Sunday, has drawn sharp criticism from California's Democratic leadership, particularly Governor Gavin Newsom, who condemned the action as inflammatory and a provocation that could exacerbate an already volatile situation. Newsom has been a vocal critic of Trump's immigration policies and has accused the administration of using heavy-handed tactics to distract from its controversial agenda. The National Guard troops were seen at key locations, including the federal complex in downtown Los Angeles, which has become a focal point for recent protests. Demonstrators have gathered in response to mass arrests carried out by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, IC, in various neighborhoods, particularly in areas with large Latino populations. Over the past week, more than 100 individuals have been detained, sparking fears and anger within the community. The protests escalated over the weekend, with clashes between federal agents and demonstrators resulting in the use of tear gas, stun grenades, and pepper balls by law enforcement. Protesters retaliated by throwing rocks and debris, leading to a chaotic scene in the streets. The situation has raised concerns among community leaders and civil rights advocates, who fear that the presence of the National Guard could further inflame tensions and lead to more confrontations. Rob Reynolds, a senior correspondent, noted that the unusual nature of this deployment, bypassing the state governor, has alarmed many in California. The last time the National Guard was deployed in Los Angeles was during the riots following the police beating of Rodney King in 1992, a historical reference that underscores the gravity of the current situation. In a tweet, Newsom urged Californians not to give the administration the spectacle it seeks, suggesting that the deployment is intended to provoke unrest. Trump has characterized the protests as a rebellion and defended the National Guard's presence as a necessary measure to restore order in the face of what he termed as lawlessness. The White House has asserted that the decision to deploy the National Guard was made to address the growing unrest and protect communities. However, critics argue that the administration's tactics are creating a culture of fear and undermining the rights of immigrants. Alexandra Miller, an immigration justice attorney, expressed deep concerns over the raids, stating that they are designed to instill fear and disrupt communities. The disproportionate response from federal authorities has been criticized for failing to respect due process for those facing deportation. As protests continue, tensions remain high, with Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth warning that active-duty Marines could be mobilized if violence persists. Progressive leaders, including Senator Bernie Sanders, have condemned the president's actions as a move towards authoritarianism, while some Republican leaders have expressed support for the involvement of the National Guard. The situation in Los Angeles remains fluid, with ongoing protests and the potential for further escalation as both sides prepare for what could be a prolonged confrontation over immigration policy and community rights. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.